Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. I nearly forgot to do something. So just bear with the quick moment. Alright, that is done. Can switch over. Welcome, welcome. We're just about a minute away from quali. But I do want to just try a quick practice start before quali begins. Generally, you can do a practice start just here of the pit exit. Into first. Just trying to find what sort of bite point and throttle I'm gonna need for the start. And that felt alright. Just a quick warm-up lap. Welcome, Iris. We're just a moment away from qualifying. First qualifying, I should say. The format for tonight, we have two races coming up. A sprint race and a feature race. We're about to have a 10-minute qualifying session that will set the grid for the 20-minute sprint race. And then we will switch servers, and then we'll have a 2-minute qualifying session, or effectively a one-shot qualifying session, to set the grid for the 40-minute feature race. That will have a mandatory pit stop. So should have some interesting racing. Before I started stream, there was some talk about what tyres people were thinking of using. Wasn't much of a consensus, so there wasn't. But yeah, for the quali session, let's just make sure we're on the super soft tyre, purple walled tyre. And yeah, everything should be all right. So we're just waiting for the session to take over, which it does there. So we have got a minute and a half until quali begins. Contrary to what we've been used to throughout the World Touring Car series, we're at the front of the pit lane. So we have clean sight out of the pit lane, first in the queue, which will be nice for track position. But it could be a little bit difficult here. As you can see, the temperature is 26 ambient degrees Celsius for ambient, 36 degrees for the track temp, which is a little bit on the warm side. These Pirelli tyres, especially on this F2 car, quite like real life, do heat up quite a bit, and the softer compounds definitely overheat. Even the hardest compound, which is a medium, no, it is hard. The hard tyre does overheat as well to an extent. Not only a little bit, but not too much. But it does make things a little bit more difficult. So as we head out for quali, we'll have a nice clear track. Just make sure my brake bias is where I want it. These Formula 2 cars are quite difficult. Running a naturally aspirated V8, making about 620 horsepower. They were raced from 2011 till 2017, their last season through GP2 and Formula 2. As we head up the hill to start our first lap. We've got DRS, 2 zones around the track, unlimited usage for both quali and the race within those 2 zones. Heading into turn 1. Quite a front lock up, which isn't ideal. But we weren't too wide through turn 1. Gonna just bring the brake bias back just a little bit. You can see the tyres already starting to overheat. Trying to aim for low 17 here. Gotta watch the inside curbs like that. Just put the car into a big slide. Through the tight middle sector. Car going lawn mowing. Off in the grass. So of course we'll be the first one to complete a lap. Open DRS. 17 yet, which is alright. Oh, a little bit too much inside curb there. Ooh, not ideal. Clipping the inside wall. Well, we'll back to the pits and run another lap. Gonna take a little bit of fuel out though, at least. Just bring the brake bias back a little bit. It's gonna be a lot harder to find a spot now. We have found a little bit of a spot here. We've got a couple of cars on slow laps or just coming out of the pits behind us. Try and create a little bit of a bigger gap to the car in front of us. Make sure we don't impede anyone that is on a hot lap behind us though. It seems like a few people were on cooldown laps. Climbing into the 15s at the front. Much better run through the first few corners. You can see that on the Delta. It's great of a run through turn 4. Time to begin staying off that inside curb. Gotta be careful of all the inside curbs. We've seen what the turn 1 curb can do. Car spun this right-hander. A little bit of understeer. Put me on the curb. Yeah, not improving on this lap in the end. So we'll have to go again. Oh, just a little bit too aggressive on the throttle. Struggling to get into a rhythm here, which is a little bit concerning. Looks like there's a bit of clear track here. We just need to get out ahead of the car that is on track. Yeah, you have to be very careful with the throttle in this car. Especially as the tyre overheats and the grip falls away. So down towards turn 1 once more, or up towards turn 1. Quarter of a second up through the first few corners. Good run through turn 4. Now through this middle sector. Have to be very patient. Now half a second up. Practically 1 corner to go. A little bit slower through as our final corner. Shortest run to the line. 17.4. We'll go for another lap as we're in P6. Only 1 minute left in the session, so I think it'll be very close if we even get another lap. We're 3.5 tenths down. Oh, bit of a lock up across the car. Yeah, this lap isn't going to be better. It's going to be tight here. Getting to the line. Ah, checkered flag shown in the top left. So this lap doesn't count. Unlikely it'd be better anyway with the tyres being overheated. Oh dear. Go ahead, try and quickly reconnect to the server. Looks like I've disconnected. So bear with us one moment. As long as the server itself hasn't gone down, it should be alright. Oh dear, sorry if that was really loud. Okay, yeah, there has been a server issue, unfortunately. Hmm. Uh, so yeah, sorry for the delay. But yeah, there are some appears to be some server problems at the moment. Hopefully they will be resolved soon. It looks like the server is back up now. So we're back in the server, but unfortunately that does mean that first qualifying session never happened. That's alright. We will just have to prepare for another session. So we're just going to wait patiently for the session is ticked forward once everyone is back in. So it shouldn't be too long. I'm actually just going to click drive so the camera is in the car. Just competitive practice. Yeah, practically was. I'm not against having a bit of a bit of the extra practice. So hopefully we're not waiting too much longer. We've got 23 in the server. Given that... Yep, there we go. Oh. A little bit of a slide getting out of the pits. Could take this out lap a little bit slower than I did. In the pre-qualifying, let's just call it. Try not to overheat the tires quite as much. Try and make sure we get the best exit possible. So up to start line, start our first lap. Just brake fast again. bit deep into the right-hander. Just started to let go there. Not ideal on the most important traction zone of the whole circuit. (17.281) for first lap, which is pretty decent. Pushing the exit curb a bit there. Just locked the rears up. We can head out again. We've only fallen to second so far. Looks like there's going to be a nice little bit of track position here. We have two cars behind us, but they're both on an out lap. I'm not sure if that car that was directly behind me came up on a flying lap, so I just let them both through. And we go for another lap. I tried to keep it pinned through turn 2. Didn't work. But looks like this part of the track's actually pretty clear. So it's not too bad. We still sit in second place. Well, make that third now. Fourth. There's the 15. So here we go then. Another attempt. Quicker through T1, but not as much momentum out of turn 2 and 3. Down that inside curb. Couple of cars having issues. Close enough for a little bit of a slipstream? I don't quite think so. I'm going to take the long line anyway. Right, I'm going to commit to going into the pits and having a fresh set of tyres. But also just taking a little bit of fuel for one final attempt. Drop down to P7 now. Gonna need to let them through him back up. Really should have been in second gear there for the launch. You see, just too much inside curb. That's an attempt ruined already. Let's see if we can set any like personal best middle or final sectors though. Bit of a lock up there in the front right, but go away with it. Knew from T1 that lap wasn't going to be better. Yeah, look at sectors. A better middle and final sector. Was there about 3/10 in there? Yeah, 3/10 would have been nice. Could have been P4. But, this is going to be a close... a close race. So it is. Now, as mentioned, we have a 20-minute race coming up next. Yeah, so we should get 16 laps in. So we've got the fuel for 16 laps. Tires. Looks like everyone's going mediums here. With the increased tire wear, as you can see on the left-hand side. Tire wear's at 240%, or 2.4 times normal. So the hard tire will get you to the end of this race safely. You won't really see any tire drop off. The medium will just about get you to the end, but you'll have a little bit of a drop off in the final couple of laps. The soft tires will get you to the end, but you will have to deal with them dropping off in the final few laps. So it looks like the big decision for a lot of people here is medium or hard tires. I'm going to go with medium. I don't think the drop-off for the medium will be that bad towards the end. It'll be more likely to make a mistake because the drop-off is giving you less grip. You know, we say how easy it is to make a mistake on the super softs with the grip that they have. You know, the mediums don't have as much grip to begin with. And yeah, when the tire starts dropping off a little bit, you know, then that's when things get a little bit difficult. Car slides around a little bit more. And yeah, we're going to be on the outside. Oh, there is not much pre-grid time. So here we go. Felt like a good start. Car in front's out wide. Just don't really have anywhere to go. Car spun just behind us. That's going to cause chaos for all of the cars behind. Oh, someone's a little bit wide. We've got a good run on the car in front, who was a little bit wide themselves. They're trying to come back, and they do come back through the quick right-hander. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Ooh, tight squeeze there. You can see this white car's on the hard tire. They run wide through the final corner. We're going to get to the inside. They're going to try and come back to us. Didn't mention DRS is unlimited, so we'll both have it. And we get a better run through the first couple of corners to take back P8. Smoke up in front of us. So the next two cars in front of us are on the hard tire. Closing up to the car in front, but they're also closing up to the car in front of them. We'll be in the slipstream, but the car in front will be getting a bit of slipstream too. Ooh, that car in front. Bit of a poor line through the first couple of corners. Puts the car directly in front of us that we've got to run on. Gotta leave them space on the outside, which we do, but they run wide anyway. It's only a 20-minute race, but is with the tyre wear, it is still quite a long race. Got a little bit of a gap to the car behind, but we've not really closed in on the car in front. Again, some slipstream too. Ooh! Car lost it on the inside curb of turn 3. That'll gift us P7. Or P6, sorry. There's a brief yellow flag in front. Another yellow flag in front. Oh, someone's off. And they're going to be vulnerable if they've scrubbed their tyres and overheated them. A little bit of dirty air through this long left-hander. We're in the slipstream. You can see how much we're closing. They tried to come back around the outside of T1, but they were just too far back to get that move done. For making a couple of mistakes just running wide. Another yellow flag. Car spun on the inside, but they're a lap down. Car in front sliding around a bit. I had a bit of a slide from the rear end as they turned in there. We're going to be in the slipstream again. Going for P4 here. Not closing in. My car is certainly very brave with that exit curb of T2, inside curb of T3. Oh, bit of a slide for them there. You can see how much that's cost them. Oh, the dirty air. Gotta be careful of planting the throttle in the middle of that double left-hander. Can unsell the rear end. Look how much this car's sliding around. Looks like they're running with less downforce. It's got to be hurting their tyres. It's definitely compromised them here, giving us a run. Go be on the outside for T1. Good, get that move done there. Up to P4 now. They're not close enough to try and come back at us. Less than half, not even halfway into this race. Got another car on hard tyres in front of us. Looks like a car in the wall there. And another spun out. Broken a gap, and in fact I think the car that we overtook made a mistake and is dropped back. So I think the main thing now is consolidating this position. We could try and chase after the car in front, but they've got decent pace, and they do have that hard tyre. Looks like they had quite a lock up there into this right-hander. Of course, when we get to the end of this race, we'll be starting to struggle a little bit on the medium tyre compared to the hard tyre for sure. A little bit of a lock-up. Of course, we've got that front wing, little bit of front wing damage from the opening lap. Only a 1.5 second gap to the car behind. They're also medium tyres, but just means we can't afford to make any mistakes. Catching up to another lapped car. Despite setting a new personal best that lap. Going in the slipstream here. Lapped car doesn't use DRS to give us the run, which is appreciated. A little bit deep into turn 4. Compromising our exits. We are catching up to the car in front. trying to be careful on the tyres. He takes one little moment of being a little too eager on the throttle, and around you go. Could be another personal best here. A little bit of under rotation from the front left into T1, but avoided a complete lock-up. Another lapped car. See a better run through turn 4 that time. Ooh, little slide there from the car we're fighting with in front. This car just skated over to the left hand side for the track. You can see they'll slide. That car that we're lapping now got from taking the inside curb. Fortunately, had to take a longer distance around them. Didn't get to pick up any slipstream. Well, a little wobble through turn 2. The car did just have a little slide. We're opening up the gap to the car behind. It's now 2.5 seconds, and we're nearly within 1 second of the car in front. But we're not too far away from when the tyres start to hurt. We can see the car in front just sliding around at the rear end. A few more lap cars in front of us, including one that is lagging a little bit. They might just let us go here, which they do, which is appreciated. A little bit of puff smoke from the car in front. We're by half a second back. That car holds him up a little bit. Another lapped car struggling there. Oh, that's a big save. That is a big save. Look at how close we are. They're going to defend the inside. And we'll get the move done round the outside of T1. But now we've got to hold on to it. Not long to go in the race now. It'll be 2 laps to go at the line. We've already got a second gap over the car behind. So we just have to make sure we don't make any mistakes now. These are going to be the most difficult laps of the race now, as the medium tyres start to wear out. The hard tyres shouldn't be struggling with the same amount of wear, but we've seen a lot of sliding from the car behind before we passed them. That's probably damaged the tyre a bit, caused it to wear out more. Which is why we're probably seeing them drop back, as we see another car struggling that we lap for a 4th time this race. Car going slowly there, might have damage. Welcome, Jesse. Good to see you again. Hope you're keeping well. Start the final lap of the race. A little bit of a drag race up to the line with the lapped car. It's going to be a new personal best lap of the race. As we finish in P3. What a fun race. Ah, good to hear. Hope all your exams went well, Jesse. It's nice to be able to come up to the holiday period now, which isn't that far away. But yeah, nice to be able to have the run up to the holidays free from exams. I think it's going to be a 31 lap race. But yeah, our fastest sectors were split across the race. We were only 100th off in the final sector in our final lap. 10th and a half in the middle sector. 10th and 3,000ths in the first sector. So a little bit more potential, but it shows that the tyre wear on the medium tyre wasn't that bad for the sprint race. But it is only going to be even worse when we get to the feature race. Just as a reminder, that is a 40-minute race with a mandatory pit stop, and you have to run 2 different compounds for that. So no going medium-medium. You either go medium hard or medium soft, which I think are sort of going to be the main strategies towards the front of the field. Towards the back, you might see some medium hards from from people who aren't as confident on the tyres. But yeah, there's the final results as the session ticks over. But yeah, we'll have to leave the servers for it to be set up for the second race, where we're going to have a one-shot qualifying session. Gonna be a tough one. Yes, tyre wear is going to be the same. It would be a bit unfair on everyone to be like, oh, right, for a sprint race, you're going to have this tyre wear, and then once you're used to that, we're going to bump you up to something harsher or not as harsh, you know. Because then you can take what you've learned from this race into the next race to help decide your strategy. So yeah, it's going to be staying the same. All right, we're getting back in for race 2 now. And we can switch back. We have a few minutes before qualifying begins. I think we're going to need 6. I'm going to go 7 litres just to be safe. But yeah, I was happy with the car. Our first qualifying lap in that in qualifying for the first race, the sprint race, we finished P2. We were P2 after the first laps. So hopefully, if things go well, we could find ourselves in a similar position here. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. As you can see, there is technically a pit window, but it encapsulates the majority of the race, every minute barring the first and final minute. So you'll be able to pit at the end of lap 1 for your mandatory stop, but you won't be able to pit. You might not be able to pit at the end of the penultimate lap to start the final lap from pit lane. So you'll probably have to pit with a couple of laps to go. Though that strategy of pitting on when the pit window opens and closes right at the start and end of the race likely isn't going to work. We've seen the tyre wear in that first race, seen some drivers struggling with the hards for even that sprint session. So to go about 35 minutes on even the hard tyre is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult indeed. But should be some good fun. I want to do another practice start. I'm going to do it on the, what, it's like 88 liters of fuel. That felt like a good start. Maybe bogged down slightly. Oh, little slip of the rear tires. But yeah, we're gonna have a one-shot qualifying session. I imagine there will be people that struggle to set a time. Thankfully with AC, we don't need to worry about hitting the pit limiter. And what's nice is the pit limiter activates quite a way before the first pit box, so there shouldn't be anyone having to slow down well in advance of the pit line and giving up time, extra time compared to other people. But yeah, we can go back to our 7 liters of fuel and our super soft tires, having completed that practice start. So yeah, just over a minute now till for this quali session, I have respect for the fact it is a one shot. It is only 2 minutes long, so you're taking out that at 1 minute 20. That gives 40 seconds for everyone to get across the line, so I've respect, we're going to push flat out. Even though it doesn't leave us in the best position, it'd be quite rude, quite disrespectful, quite unsporting to back everyone up, to back people up and, tighten gaps, especially since some people will need the gaps with the pace differences. Also 9 kilometers of wind, which is not a lot, but a little bit. So as I said, we're just going to go for it. Because with over 20 cars in only about 40 seconds of spacing, that's not even 2 seconds per car. Can see there's already the 1 minute warning. So here's our one attempt. Felt like an alright turns 1 and 2, but also felt like it could have been better. That didn't feel like a good turn 4. Felt like I was a little deep in there. Quite the lock up there in the front right. Did make that quite a messy right-hander. This definitely isn't going to be the pole lap. Definitely messy. Shortest distance up to the line. 17.4. Whereas we had a 17.2 in the previous qualifying session on our first lap. Blimey! 2000s. 2000s at the moment. There goes the 17.1. That knocks us off pole position, which I'm not surprised about. Can see how tight it is over one lap. The person that had a 15 in the first session only has a 17.7 after that session. So I think we might be holding second here. Let's see, who's still to set a lap? Oh, they didn't get a lap in. They're coasting to the line. I don't know if they ran out of fuel. P2 by 2000s over P3. Damn. That's very interesting. Let's load this setup because I know it had the right fuel in it. You can technically refuel at the mandatory pit stop. I don't know how much. I don't know what the refueling time is like compared to the tires. So you know there'll be an optimum fuel you want that means that it doesn't cost you any extra time compared to the tire change, but allows you to run as light as possible. I don't know what that is, because Formula 2 cars don't refuel in their races, so I'm going to keep in theme with that, and I'm not going to refuel. Not unless I felt like I was desperately not going to make the... I was desperately not going to make the finish, and I needed a couple of extra liters. But yeah, P2. I believe that does give us the inside for T1. Yeah, let's see. Yes, inside for T1. Got a little bit longer on the grid this time. So we can see what the tire choices are. Looks like a lot of, again, medium hards. Lot of hards further down. Oh, got a couple of softs. Got super soft. That's it, brave. I don't... If they stick with that, it's gonna be a risky strategy. But I applaud it. I applaud it. You know, not only are those tires going to wear quite quick, they're going to overheat generally, so they'll be quite difficult to do a longer run on. And it's like you got to go like 10 minutes into the race before you can even switch to a hard tire and get to the end. So it's like... And like 10 minutes isn't safe. That's like pushing the hard tires towards the end a little bit. Really, you want to go for like 15 minutes in. I'm going to go until I sort of feel like the tires are dropping off too much and then pit for a tire. Just in a really bad line coming down to turn 4. Got the jump, but just had nowhere to go. So drop down a couple of positions here at the start of the feature race. Of course, there is an absolute long way to go in this race. As a little sketchy up over that curb. Ooh. Really bad exit too. Just went to push the throttle, the rear tire spun out, spun up, had to get out of the throttle and counter steer. So not been a good start to this race. Curious to see if we're going to be able to catch up to the cars in front. A little bit deep into this right-hander. Car behind was deep as well. Different lines being taken from the cars in front through this final right-hander of the middle sector. You can see the tire marks from where I lit the rear wheels up. Could be some fighting for the lead here. Which would definitely help us if they slowed each other down. A little bit of under rotation into turn 1. Just unsettled, the car gave it a little bit of oversteer. Fight for P2 now. Second place holding on with a switchback through turns 4 and 5. Certainly not driving as well in this race as I did in the first race. Oh, car in front spins! That promotes us back up to P3. It's going to be quite disastrous for them. Loses them a lot of positions and also will be hurting those rear tyres. Better run through turns 1 and 2. Looks like the car behind made a mistake. They've dropped back a few seconds. Looks like they're losing some positions too as I run wide into turn 4. So this race proving to be anything but simple. Proving to be quite difficult as well. Looks like there's a bit of lag from the server there for a moment. I'm just not driving well in this race so far. Being caught up now by the car behind. A now lapped car recovering after a spin. Quite the lock up into T1. Don't want to do that too much as it will put a flat spot onto the tyre. Looks like the fight is still brewing for P1. Ooh! That was the leader! So we're up to P2 now. But we are under pressure. Car behind, not quite close enough. Before we move into T1. Doesn't look like they got a good enough exit from turn 2 to be close enough for a move into E4. They're closing. But not quite close enough. Had a run up to T6, I want to say. Expect them to have us into T1 at the end of this lap. But we got a good exit. Looks like the car behind dropped back a little bit. Again, they're not going to be close enough this time. Another lock up into T1. But again, another good exit from turn 2. Keeps us safe into turn 4. There's a lapped car making a big mistake in front of us. Had to take a little bit of avoiding action. Again, good exit out of the final corner. I think we'll have us far enough in front. The big car behind now struggling with dirty air is a possibility. Oh, it looks like they made a mistake as they've dropped back a couple of positions. So we're holding a more comfortable P2 now. Oh, a couple of drivers already pitting for the hard tyre. They'll have to be going for the hard tyre this early into the race. Maybe they've got some damage that they want to repair as well. Oh god, that was awkward. Not a good place to be sat. I'm gonna assume after a spin. Did cost us a bit of time, about 3/4 of a second. Do you have a quick car behind us now? Bit of a slide into T1 under braking. Welcome, Marty. Hope you had a good stream. Bit of a lock up there. It's catching up to another lapped car. Hopefully give us a little bit of slipstream here. Have to defend into T1. Brave out round the outside of T2. I do think they're running less aero than I am. Ooh, there is a little bit of contact there. I couldn't tell you what parts of the car made contact. Didn't feel like it was front wing to rear wheel. Maybe like front wing to rear wing hitbox. We didn't pick up any damage from it, which is nice. Careful of that inside curb. That's the curb that that driver in front of us spun on earlier this race. But we've quite the gap. Bit of a gap to the cars behind. Catching up to another lapped car. This one having made their mandatory stop. S3 here. Ooh, the car had a little slide from the rear end there. Well, then go get some eeps, cutie. Car span on the outside of the final corner. Dean lapped down. Another lapped car spun through turn one. Quite a few drivers in the lower half of the grid really struggling with the car. So yeah, this is where we're going to start to see a bit of tyre wear. We could pit now and go on to the hard tyre. But I want to go for a bit more of an aggressive strategy. 2 cars in front are on mediums, so 2 behind us are on hards. All yet to pit, just like us. I didn't want to pit this early, but I wanted to pit later and go on to a set of softs, but with that mistake, I was starting to feel confident in the car and just a little bit too wide on the curb. Span round. You know what, I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna commit to the strategy. Just need the rear right tire to cool down. Leader is in. Past the halfway mark now of the race. Leaders come out not too far behind. It seems like the time loss in pit lane really isn't that big. How on earth do you spin there? Quite a few drivers making mistakes now. One more lap. Welcome, Vala. We're just over halfway through second of our 2 races tonight, the feature race. We're yet to make our mandatory stop. We're going to go for a bit of a more aggressive strategy. Maybe I go one more after this. Maybe I go one more. A little bit too late on the brakes. Into there. Go aggressive. One more lap, then we pit for softs. Yeah, the tyres are starting to struggle now. But you can see the time on the Delta isn't too bad, of course. That's helped by the fact we've burnt quite a bit of fuel this race. But that's why we need to pit. The tyres are just gone. We're going to put set soft tyres on. We have nothing to repair. No, don't need any fuel. Coming out in P4, but within a second of P3, who's on a hard tyre. Can see how much more grip that we have, how much more confidence we have in our new soft tyre. In the slipstream, we're not really closing up. We're also coming up to a lap car. Get over the throttle just to not drive into the back of them. Going to try and go round the outside. Couldn't quite get the power down early enough. Got back out of the move because that'd likely be a crash. Now we've got the grip. We don't have to get the move done right this lap. Look at that big slide. So in the slipstream once more. Okay, not really closing up. Big high bar speed through turn 2. Not quite as close as we were last lap. Go fight this. Getting quite tricky here with lap cars. Gonna need a good exit here because I think we're a little more vulnerable on the straights. Are they going into the pits? It looks like it. First spun on the outside of T3, lapped car. So that leaves us kind of uncontested for P3 now. Oh, that was second place that spun. Have to get past the lap car. They're really struggling on their tyres. They'll be overheated. And they're gonna go for the pits as well. Please, why? That was so unnecessary. Well, I'm not sorry for that one. So we should hopefully have done the hard part now on the medium tyre. Now we just need to bring it home on the soft. It should survive with how long we went on the medium. Ten-second gap to the car behind, and I think we're extending that gap. Leader is 12.5 seconds up the road. Don't think we'll be catching that, unfortunately. Go set a new personal best too. We set one last time by when we took P2. Okay, we'll be into 17s. A little bit of a lock up through into turn 1. It's not fastest lap of the race. 17.5 for Alfie, who just pitted after spinning out from P2. Gotta be careful of that curb to not spin on it again. So we are closing in on the leader, but with an 11-second gap and only about 5 minutes left in the race. We'll be too far back. Got quite a few lapped cars up ahead. But we're not too far away from having these soft tyres start to drop off. So the rate at which we're gaining on the leaders gonna plateau a little bit. Hopefully this lapped car just... Why are you fighting that so hard? As a lapped car. Come on. Yeah, if the lap cars are going to behave like that, there's no way in hell we're catching the leader. Car in third must have made a mistake. They've dropped off quite a bit, or they're struggling with their tyres. 2 laps to go most likely here. Better example of how to treat the leaders under blue flags there. Greatly appreciated. Got a couple of cars fighting for P9 here, so they might not be as willing to give up time. Got a soft tyre runner trying to get in front of a medium tyre runner, while there's another back marker on the hards. So yeah, very sketchy here in middle of a couple of back marker battles. Closing up a lot on them. turn one. Hopefully they just let us through here. Which they do. This will probably be the final lap of the race. There might be one more lap. But I think the leader's just going to be a little too late to the line. Time runs out. Leader had a slow final lap. But we'll take P2. Oh, that was fun. I love mistakes from people that race. A couple of people trying the two-stop. It doesn't seem to have worked, I will say. I don't know whether from mistakes or not, but yeah, that was a fun race. It was fun to do something a little different on the strategy. If we didn't get caught up in the back markers as much, we would definitely would have been closer to P1. I think it still would have been a little bit of a stretch to say we would have got P1. I don't know how much the leader was struggling on their tyres or whether they were just taking it easy, which they very well could have been doing. We were just about to... We maybe should have went one lap shorter on the mediums, in hindsight. Like, if you look at the tyre wear, which is sort of the decimal numbers in the bottom, or towards the bottom left, the 0.35, 0.41, 0.48, 0.51. 0.5 is where from my testing, is where the degradation really starts to kick in. So, you know, we were just getting to that point on the soft tyre there. We were 0.7 something on the mediums. So it shows that, yeah, we were... definitely went maybe a little bit longer than we had to. But yeah, you can see the final results there. P2, 6.7 seconds off the lead. But yeah, over 22 seconds in front of third. So, yeah, yeah, it seems like quite a difficult race for some people there. Which, yeah, these cars definitely are difficult. I was surprised the social race went up to a vote. There was a 1979 F1 car, a Formula 4 car, and this Formula 2 car, all at different tracks. And the Formula 2 Interlagos here beat out the 79 Formula 1 car at 1972 Imola by one vote. It was only one vote between them. The F4 car only got like 2 votes. Or it was 1 or 2 votes. But yeah, that was good fun. You know, the key to that race really was consistency. And not making mistakes, which we were able to do just about. I mean, we were certainly close to making a couple of mistakes. You know, the car really showed how snappy it can be in the later parts of the stints. Oh dear, I've just knocked my phone onto the ground. But anyway, oh, why is that done that? Hang on a moment. We should now be able to switch to Art of Rally to end the stream off. So yeah, let's no, we'll run the weekly event. We'll run that tonight. I'll have a look at the daily event. We last did that back on Saturday. We got 52nd. It wasn't great. I think I made a mistake in there. I can't remember what the mistake was like, but yeah, I've definitely made a mistake. Again, flash banged by the clouds and snow of Norway. As we have a Toyota Celica from Group A in Kenya spec again with the snorkel. 3.2 gravel stage here. This car kind of likes to go in a straight line whenever you plant the throttle down. Take it a little bit careful over that jump. Is definitely not lined up very well for it. And you could see the car was sort of twisted coming over the jump. But because we took it nice and cautiously, we didn't have any nasty surprises on the landing. Fog. There's the finish. I did feeling the fog was obscuring quite a tight corner. So finish off in 26th, top 10%, which is a bit better than where we've been recently, so I will take that. Not too bad. Yeah, let's run the weekly event now. Last week we finished 53rd in top 10%. Very even, 51st the previous week. Not as good as the 29th we had a few weeks ago. So let's hope we can get back towards that top 5%. At Finland here in Group S, we have a Peugeot for these 4 stages. Careful of the rocks on the inside there. Quite a technical section to start off this stage at Norway. Or Norway? Finland, sorry. Careful over the jump. Not going to use a lot of the speed that this Group B Peugeot has. But the car is handling quite nicely. A little bit wide there. Welcome, Kiki. Glad to have you with us for the end of the stream. Going to unleash some of the speed now, even over a bit of a jump between the two left-handers there. Careful over this crest though. Otherwise you'll easily fly off into a tree on the left-hand side. There's the finish at 2:42.3 for the first stage. Puts us 22nd. That's a great start. Hopefully we can hold it there. We're running the same stage again, but in reverse for the second stage. Certainly not as clean this way through in this direction. Bit of a messy line through there. Bit of a cut there. I say a bit, quite the cut there. A little bit risky with, in terms of the game potentially resetting us, but we get away with it in that term. Little crest there. Oh, that's alright, Kiki. Good to know that you've been around. Hope you've enjoyed the races. We get back into this technical section. Final corner now, there's the finish. 2:45.9, definitely a little bit slower this time through, so I think we're going to drop a few positions most likely. Definitely felt a little bit messier. See if we do get a result. Yeah, thanks, Kiki. I was just reading there, Alfie mentioned their internet had a little issue and they crashed out of the second race. Because I did notice at the end of the race they were on super soft tyres, not the soft tyres they came out on when they made their second pit stop. So yeah, that we've explained that. Doesn't look like 29th, top 10% fallen to after the second stage. Shouldn't need to make any repairs, just clean the car for the final two stages. A little bit of a shorter stage here for the third stage. Third and penultimate stage. Only 2.5 miles. A little bit of a bump hit in there. Full send over this jump as the car lined up nice and straight. Over the bridge, gotta be careful not to clip one of the walls. Careful not to hit the bank there for the hill. Can potentially roll on it. That's about as wide as I'd like to be through that corner. Any more and we risk falling off into the sea. There's the finish. Yeah, gravel bridge is very interesting. It felt like a decent stage. Maybe it could have been a little bit tidier. Does drop us down to 30th now. Hopefully we can make a couple of positions up. But we're running the same stage once more in reverse. So yeah, let's hope we're a little better this time through. Get back into the 20s. Potentially hold on to top 30 by the end of the week. Now back across the gravel bridge. Well, a little bit messy there. A little bit cautious over that crest. A little bit cautious over that jump as well. Since it leads into this technical section, you won't be riding in with a lot of speed into here in mid-air as well. Cross line 136.3, that was a little bit quicker. Gets us back up to 26th. Not as high as we were after the first stage in 22nd. But yeah, I will certainly take that result. And yeah, that will do us. I'll finish this off for today's stream. So, we had a couple of great races in the Formula 2. We managed to avoid any mistakes, even managed to avoid some back markers who were struggling, making a load of mistakes in front of us. But we had some good racing, some very enjoyable Formula 2 races at Interlagos. today. And then we had decent runs through Art of Rally. Getting, I can't remember what the daily event was, but then getting 26th in the end at the moment in the weekly event. So we'll see how that develops for the rest of the week, and we'll of course keep an eye on it through the remaining streams this week. For the rest of this week, we have tomorrow. I think we'll have sort of a little bit of a bonus stream in the evening. There's a new puzzle game coming out. If you follow Game Maker's Toolkit, you may know of Mind Over Magnet, the game that was it Mark Brown, if I'm remembering correctly, from Game Maker's Toolkit has created. That is releasing tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to play it about 1 hour after it releases. So that will be a stream start of 6 p.m. hopefully tomorrow evening, UK time, that is. And then on Thursday, we have a social ACC race. That will probably be starting by 7:45, 8 o'clock UK time. So similar time as tonight's stream. We have 90 minutes of the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. I'm going to be running a Porsche Cup car for that race. But there's also GT3s, GT2s, M2s, just about anything, any car that exists in the Assetto Corsa Competizione might be racing. So that should hopefully leave some good racing. You're in the GT4 for Thursday. Good to see. Yeah, hopefully we get some nice clean races. Clean race is just the 190-minute race, so hopefully it is nice and clean, and we get some good racing there. And then on Sunday, we have a 2.4-hour race around Brands Hatch. That'll be starting a bit earlier. I think qualifying starts at 7 p.m. UK time. I'll need to double check. In fact, I can double check right now. I have the event up. No, qualifying starts at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, so we'll be going live around that time on Sunday evening for 2.4 hours around Brands Hatch in GT3 cars. I can't remember. I think I've taken the Ferrari, I want to say. Yes, I've taken the Ferrari 296. So that should hopefully be some good fun. Brands Hatch, quite tight track, quite difficult to overtake on, but there's 3 mandatory stops for that race. I don't know if there is a threat of rain. It seems like there might be. It seems like there could be some rain, so we'll have to check the practice server out and see what the possibilities for our conditions for that race on Sunday are. And yeah, that will do us for this week. And then we'll be back then. We'll probably have a WRC stream as well some point this week as well. For our usual club events. But yeah, more information on the WRC stream to come. We've got tomorrow, Game Maker's Toolkit, Mind Over Magnet. Thursday, full multi-class 1.5-hour race at Spa. And then Sunday, 2.4-hour race at Brands Hatch in GT3s. And there's a full grid for the Brands Hatch race. 48 people signed up for that. So that will be quite busy, but hopefully good fun indeed. But yeah, until tomorrow, I hope the rest of you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening and the start of Wednesday. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, hopefully later on in the week. But in the meantime, yeah, thank you all for turning up. Geeky, Iris, Vala, Artie, Jesse as well. Great to see so many people out today. Hope you all enjoyed the races. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you throughout the week for some puzzles tomorrow and some more racing later on. Until then, yeah, have good rest of your evening. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.